What's up YouTube, this is YGO Titan from Team Deck, coming to you with a deck profile. Deck profile of Karakuri's. Yeah. A few things. This deck is nutty as shit. My friend has pretty much everything that he needs from it, let alone, missing like 2 things or whatever. Nothing important. But this deck is something to watch out for. Charlotte. People going to Charlotte, YCS Charlotte, watch out for this deck, because this deck is nutty. Especially this guy right here. This guy. Woo. But on the other hand, back to the deck profile. Shout out to Jeff Jones for his plant-based build of the Karakuris. He got he got most of the stuff from the OCG. I'm not too captivated by that one, actually, that build, that particular build at least, because I'm trying to run mine a little bit more pure, as to the sense of just pure Karakuris. But onto the deck. 3 Strategist, 2 Watchdog, 2 Soldier, 2 Sazonk, 2 Quick, 2 Hyper, 1 Barrel, and there are 2 Machina Fortress, 2 Gear Frame, 2 Veiler, and Cyber Dragon. Onto the traps is 2 Solemn Warning. Funny thing about these is one of them is a force back. Back in Rockville, I was running Infernities and I needed 2 barriers. So guess who got Solemn Warning for those barriers, boy? Yep, sad story. Solemn Judgment, sorry. 2 Bottomless, Mirror Force, 7 tools, Compulse, D-Tornado, and Trap Stun. Onto the spells, there are 2 MST, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Machine Dupe, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Shrunade, 1 Limiter, 1 Reborn, and 1 Overload. Card choices. He was the star player before Storm of Ragnarok, for the fact that he was the win condition along with a level 4, which could have been any of Soldier, or let alone other things that could be special summoned through the synchros. I did not like that build personally, because of the fact that they only had that 1 win condition, and if that win condition was thwarted, then you basically lost. So I try to stay away from that and be more. I wanted a control variant of the deck, and post Storm of Ragnarok, we got things like Quick, and we got Hyper, just things that can stay on the field long enough to make an impact. And now they lack spot removal. They lack field control, and they lack special summoning, which hopefully they will make up for in Extreme Victory. It was pretty frustrating at first running the deck before Storm of Ragnarok. It was just one of those things where you were just anticipating for the set to drop. It wasn't so much the fact that they don't have the things that they don't have now. It's just the fact that they were lacking, an alternate win condition. If you were running specific a specific build, especially people that were running the OTK variant. There's a lot of cards that I chose not to use because of the fact that they were just terrible cards. How Konami they have this thing where they like to fuck with us and stuff, and just give us cards that are just no good. A few of them could have made it to the deck, but it's just the fact that they lack, staying power, because they're switched defense, and a lot of majority of them have to attack while they're if they can, which kind of like screws it up. It's just hope. What I'm trying to get to is just I hope they have something in Extreme Victory for us. Machina Fortress saved me a lot in this build, because let alone the fact that they don't have, like, besides Muso, which I was only running one of. Besides that was the highest you would get if you're not using anything that will switch the monsters, like their opponent's monsters' battle position. If you weren't using a field spell, which I am constantly thinking I will. I side deck it as of right now. But Fortress got rid of certain things, like run over, Stardust, pop a card on the field, and etc. And he is a very good card in this deck. On top of the fact that he's also at level 7, tune it with Veiler, make 8, go from the 8, special summon from Burrito, and so on and so forth. Cyber Dragon 1, because of the fact that I'm not too fond of Cyber Dragon, honestly. I never really liked him. Just for the fact that you have to have nothing on the field, which the majority of the times you will not have anything on the field, but if you do, it's going to be a lot of something and not just like one card. The only time you'll probably see yourself with one card on the field is if you set Ninja, or if you have Barrel holding off on some people. Besides that, Cyber Dragon is just that I have nothing special summon type of thing. He does combo well with Strategist and Barrel, because of the fact that you tune him and him to make 8, and then him and him to make 7, which can start which can start like a combo off with the Burai and Burrito. Traps. Solemn Warning, it's pretty staple now. Judgment, same thing. I'm kind of don't like Judgment in this. Honestly, I'm looking forward to their mini Solemn, spell and trap, which usually is the focus of people. They're like System Down, Acid Rain, things like that. They just get in between the grain. Besides that, I'm not too fond of bottoms either. I really want to get Deep Prison and trade them in for those. Like I was saying before, field control, but I'm just not digging the fact that a lot of cards nowadays is just, one card removed from play is just like, so what? I still have this that can bring this back, and so on and so forth. So I'm not too fond of bottomless. I'm not too worried about their initial summon. It's just things that they can do long term. Like, you stop one summon, like, let alone the fact that Cyber Dragon, like I said before, wrecks this deck. If, as you notice, they're all machines, they're all Earth. So, besides the fact that they're all Earth, they're all machines, which is the biggest thing. Is special summon Cyber Dragon, contact, field's gone. And that mount that you had for game is now like a fight for your life. So it's just, bottomless is easily dispensed. You stop a Cyber Dragon and then you have to worry about other things. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually making room for, I'm gonna drop one bottomless, because it's kind of the thing that I need it right now. So I'll probably have one of it, and then 2 Deep Prisons, just for the fact that they attack in, they have nothing on, like they can't really do nothing after that. Instead of worrying about that special summon from Cyber Dragon with bottomless, you have to activate it on on Cyber Dragon, or you're pretty much screwed from there on. I'm not digging Mirror Force either, so I might take that out. and put in, like I said, 1, and then probably drop this and put 2 Deep Prison. 7 Tools is pretty great in this deck. Besides the fact that it stops Solemn Warning and Judgment, which kind of fucks you over a little bit in this deck because of the fact that Solemn Warning and Judgment pretty much stop your power plays with Bri and Brida. Compulse, I always liked it because of the fact that it bounces it back, so like you can, not only for their monsters, but you can also use it for your monsters as well. If you're like worried about like a bottomless or something stupid like that, CED is very, very great. Especially because book is at 1. Tornado, spot removal, backfield control and stuff like that. Trap Stun, my friend had to convince me that it's a great card for this deck. Besides the fact that it stops, bottomless and solemn and all that other stuff. I wasn't looking at it like that, but I'm starting to see that it's a pretty great card. Overload, obviously running, you would be a fool not to run Chimera, the Chimera text in here. Which is my next thing is my extra deck. As you can see here, I have the big ballers in here, the big hitters, the heavy hitters. I have 3 Shogun, Barai, and I have 3 Barido, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Black Rose, Barkion, and Beast. Great, because of the fact that the Karakuri is earthen. Pretty much that's the reason. And you can always hit 5 and 7. Well, 7 coming in for the fact that I'm going to add Landois in here, but you're always going to be hitting like a 6 or a 5 or 7, so that's pretty good. Brionic, 6, and Catastor is just wonderful due to the fact that he's a machine. And then Chimera Tech and a Fortress and Overdragon. Run him obviously because of the fact that I'm running Cyber Dragon and things like that. But I wasn't too fond of the fact that I was running them. Besides the fact that Overdragon is actually pretty good in this deck because of the fact that you're not special summoning from the grave too much, so Overload Fusion, gets in there, brings him out, and then just they're fucked from there on, unless, they barely, which happens to happen a lot, actually. Hopefully I can figure out something with this deck. I'm not going to show the side deck because, I'm still in the process of working on this deck. I'm still, trying to work out the kinks, special summoning. I'm honestly thinking about, putting it in a second Cyber Dragon, though I don't like him because of the next set coming out. Extreme Victory is what I'm waiting for. This deck is running completely, it's running, like, barely, just flatlining right now. And I'm just waiting for stuff to make that flat line, jump up, spike, and honestly I believe that this, this deck, this archetype, though it's still young, will be a heavy hitter and probably most likely a tier 1, hopefully. But yeah, YouTube, rate, comment, subscribe, and if you guys will, like a personal favor, just add comments onto like what do you think I should add in, take out, stuff like that. But honestly, I believe this is the best it could get right now, as of not running the plant, the plant base of it. Barely gets in there. That's all I have to say. Barely gets in there. Alright, YouTube, peace.